Hello, and welcome back. This is part 2 of the series of ours. We left off at the tree boss, I believe. But first, I want to address the over 100 subscribers that I was able to amass with the first video. I was actually pretty surprised. So to all of you, I thank you for the support. If you're new, welcome. This is part 2. Please watch part 1 so you can understand where we're at in the game. But I think what we're going to do is we are going to pursue the Abyss Watchers. So we're going to go to the Keep Ruins, and we'll make our way there. But yeah, I was really surprised. I was actually really surprised. I wasn't expecting to get that many subscribers with just one video. That was pretty cool. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and make our way through this door. So this door, we had to extinguish those towers in order to open that door. If you are new to Dark Souls, that is part of what you have to do in order to have access to this part of the game. So we're just gonna wait until those guys walk a little further. Oh, fuck. Okay. Those guys kind of suck. Okay, well. Holy shit, 12,000. Where did I get 12,000? Oh, the tree boss. Okay, so actually, before we attempt to do any boss, let's just, gosh, I wasn't even paying attention. We're gonna go ahead and cash in those souls. I think we're still going to be putting most of our souls into the intelligence and faith. That just feels right. We gotta get that at some point. You know what? Let's just move forward and go on with our lives. Yeah, so we're just gonna try to attempt the Abyss Watchers. And we have a decent setup of rings here. So we're just gonna make our way over to this boss area. Hopefully without being hit and bullied. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, it's on. It is so on. All right. Love that. Okay. Oh, look at them all. Alright, that was just being a freaking butthole. Shit. God damn. Yeah, sometimes you can use that one with the red eyes to your advantage. Just kind of use it as aggro. It's always with these second stages, man. Anytime you see another cutscene, it's like, oh, here we go. It's not over yet. That's what From Software is known for, is difficulty and very cinematic. I mean, look at that. First time I saw that, I was like, oh my god. I only have, like, no Estus. Oh god. Alright, I'm just gonna use another one real quick. Oh! Oh! Okay. Alright, well, at least we don't have to open a door. We can just... throwing their shit at me, that's nice. I think you can do that too, but it, like, you build up a toxic bar. Focus on this guy. Alright. Oh my god. That was close. Yeah, always use this guy to your advantage here. Right, we can just skip that cutscene. We don't need to watch it again. Yeah, you gotta be careful when he's in this, pick that up. Oh. Oh! I thought he was going to do the jumping thing. Usually that's a good opening, is whenever he does that big flip. Oh! I forgot! Fucking amateur move right there. Shit. Ugh. Okay, that worked out. I was literally expecting, oh. 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 Yeah, anytime you're working with a caster of any sort, you're not gonna have an easy time with health. There you go. Okay. Second try. And I'm not gonna edit it to appear like, oh, I'm doing it first try. No, I'm going to include my deaths. I'm not gonna fake being good at this game, because I'm okay. Even when I was playing it constantly, I would consider myself okay. So one thing that I do want to make sure of is that at some point we go back to the Deacons of the Deep. Anyhow, I do know that we have to use some... Alright, that doesn't make me fat roll. That's good. Yeah, if your equip load is too high, you will be it'll slow you down. Your character won't move as quickly, and it'll also affect your rolls as well. And this is just information for people who have not played this game, though I highly recommend. So the reason that I, actually, you know what? Why am I doing that? I think it would be wise to at least have... Here, you know what? Let's do that. The reason that I use Hidden Body is just to make it a little easier when you're going through some tough areas. Because when you have something like this, you tend to not... I don't know if I needed that or not. Let's just go the regular way. Yeah, so... using that just makes things a little easier. You're not cheesing it. It's just... it's part of the game. Use it. Same with Elden Ring. If there's fucking summons, they're in the game. You can use it. There is no shame. Oh my god. I'm over here scratching my head. Oh, yeah, what happened to my fireball? It's gone. Which will shatter this thing? Yeah. Yeah, so another thing that we're going to look for is another ring for a pyromancer to basically boost the damage output, because when... oh, okay. Like this. This is a fantastic example of... oh, God. Like, it can just fucking suck. Like, what is that? Why is he still chasing me? I don't know. Oh, God. No. No. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What the fuck? Okay, you know what? This is good. This is good. This is good. If we can just not die. And we can reach this, okay, that wasn't the worst thing that could happen. That was bizarre. That has never happened to me before. That was weird. Holy shit. Yeah, never. I thought I was fucked. See, sometimes the duration of that spell, personally, I consider it to be quite short. So you really have to... okay, this thing's pretty annoying too. Yeah, always be aware of... because that can hurt. That can hurt. Too familiar with that. Okay, so now this area, a neat little trick that you can get rid of this big worm is staying in a particular area right here to be exact. So it's not really doing it, but see, it begins to take damage. Look at that. Okay. It's almost dead. Ah, there you go. See? Look at that. All right, now what we can do is we can collect the rest of the large titanite shards that are kind of scattered around this area. The hidden body spell unfortunately does not work against that giant turret crossbow thing. So just don't expect it to work. I've tried. A good thing is just to keep moving. So we're just collecting some more of the, same thing. A chunk. That's actually good. What is that? This morning I had to wake up early and drop my dog off at the vet for his dental cleaning, and it's expensive. We tried to, you know, like when it comes to like dogs and, you know, I'm sure cats. I never had a cat before, but I would imagine that, you know, their teeth can get just as dirty as dogs. But yeah, brushing has never agreed with them. They've never done well with that. So what we are gonna have to do is increase fire attack, but compromises damage absorption. So that's where this ring should come into play. So that'll greatly boost our damage. And let's also see if we can reinforce our hand here. Okay. It is a pyromancer tome. But I don't remember exactly where it is, so we're just going to have to do like a little bit of exploring to find this. I'm not very keen on running around in these areas just because they do have a tendency to be quite difficult, so bear with me here if I suck, because that will be it. Oh! Running and jumping and falling. All right, cool. All right. Yeah, so sometimes this you know, it can be helpful, or even when you're invisible, they can still hear you, which you can use another spell to allow your steps to not be heard, which that's helpful as well. But you just have to cast this every so often in order to, okay, I did make that. Estus Shard, okay, I was right. That's what they're called. Alright, I think that's, yes it is. I think that's what we're after. That item pickup right over there. So we're gonna go ahead here. You know, let's rest. Fuck! I should have waited. All right. Wow. Okay. Well, at least I got lucky and remembered partly where this item is. Yeah, so just be aware of... See, these guys, they fucking know, man. They know. I don't know if this is... No. Alright, so we're just going to use that to get the hell out of here. Use it one more time. I know I'm probably doing it a little excessively, but I'm not trying to have a video just full of dying, because that's not entertaining. But what we are going to do is I believe we can go back and give this to our friend. But there is a particular tome of his that he won't accept. And that's the guy. So what that means is that we're basically going to have to do the same run that we had died at earlier on. Yeah. But first, we're going to try something. Abandoned tomb. You know what? Let's just go to the Abyss Watchers. I'm not going to overcomplicate things. So I feel like this time around, the second video, I feel like I'm a lot more comfortable talking. At the first video, I rewatched it, and I'm like, oh my god. I can tell that I'm at least slightly uncomfortable. You know, just not talking how I normally would. But I feel like I'm doing a lot better this time around. So I'll try to use these sparingly because we want to save some FP for the boss that we do have ahead of us here. I'm just going to use probably one more use out of that, just so I can avoid the large rat, because boy, that fucking rat can. Well, maybe one more time. This guy will hear me, but he won't see me. Yeah, so as you can see, you won't aggro a ton of enemies, and I'm okay having them see me now. Alright. And this hopefully will give us enough in order to purchase that one spell. Or fireball, that is. And this fight should also provide us with a tome as well. Look at them hands. Ooh, spooky. Good. Nice. What's he doing? Oh! Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, let's not get greedy. Don't get greedy. Motherfucking right. Look at that. Look at that. With one Estus. One Ashen Estus to spare. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. So if you take longer with that fight, it gets worse. So ending it faster is always it's always the best to do, because it could really suck. Ads come out, he like pulls a sword out of his ass. It just becomes a real chore to actually do damage to because the way that you fight him is you have to knock those bracelets off his bony arms. Okay, it looks like we do have enough. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to the Firelink Shrine, buy that spell, and then from there. So essentially, what we're doing is we're upgrading. We're going from one spell to the next. Wait, what?
I'm afraid I cannot accept this. This pyromancy tome is.
Oh, I think this. Yeah, this is the one that he won't look at. He'll refuse. Chaos Storm. Oh, that would also be a really good one to have. But that uses 2 slots, and that also uses 2 slots. So then that kind of complicates things to where, yeah, we're gonna have to put some points into, I believe, attunement. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and oh. You know, we can sell some stuff in order to, yeah, look at that. Wait, so, yeah, I don't think I need anything from those guys. I'm not going to use these. I'm not going to use these. No. If you play the game and I'm deleting shit that you're like, oh, why would you do that? I don't care. This is my game. I do what I want. Okay. All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Bring it up to 3. Boom. Boom. Just so I'm still continuing to make those upgrades. But yeah, once you start getting better and better, pyromancy spells, they are more expensive for your attunement slots. What we can do is we can attempt the dancer. Now, that's a tough boss for me. That's always been a tough one for me. It might not be tough for some, but for me, I've always struggled on that one. Same with Pontiff, but I feel like everybody has struggled on Pontiff and the dancer. Just their move sets can be annoying. They can be pretty annoying. So we'll see how this goes. I have some range on my side, so. Well, as a caster, I'll say as a caster, it is slightly easier, but for someone who is using like a sword, it does make things a lot more difficult. All right, I'll shut up so you can watch this. I don't like how breathy that air was. All right. Oh, did I get a fucking stagger? Oh! Oh! Alright. Yeah, with this boss, do not get fucking greedy. You will be punished severely if you get fucking greedy. Okay. Look at that mug. All right. I know I said I was going to be worried about that, but now I'm not that. You know, I honestly figured that would kind of suck a little bit more. But yeah, I guess for casters, it is easier. It is easier when you're screwing around with some swords and being all up in the business of the dancer. Yeah, it can be a lot. Well, I would say just more challenging. Let's see. What we can do is we're going to go back to the Firelink Shrine. Let's see how many more points we have to sink into attunement before we get to 4. Damn. We need it. We need it. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not stressing. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. Yep. Using that will save you. I'm telling you. You don't necessarily have to. Yeah. Yeah, you don't necessarily have to use it as frequently as I do. I just feel like I have to, just because I've gotten screwed so many times in many playthroughs, just trying to find some shit that I need, or you know, or just trying to go for some level of completion, or just trying to do exactly what I'm doing right now, just existing, and I just don't want to die. So yeah, just always make sure when you're moving through the game like this, Like I said, you don't have to cast it as many times as I do. You can just, you know, count how many seconds you have this active. I think it's 5, I think. But I'm just doing it much sooner because I just want to have this be as clean of a run as possible. But yeah, you don't have to do it that often. It's not necessary. I'll put it that way. It's not necessary. Or if you don't want to use it and you just want to be a man, big strong man, and you think you can handle it, go ahead. That's cool. No judgment. There we go. Large Titanite. That's good. Chunk. Chunk. See, with the Great Chaos Orb, it leaves a small pool of lava. So it kind of does damage over time, which is actually a pretty decent pyromancy. I would say that that spell in particular can get you pretty far. Oh. You know what? Oh my god, wrong one. Alright, now, this spot in particular can be a little frustrating as well, just because, well, I think it's pretty obvious. Oh fuck, I think I fucked it up. I fucked it up. I fucked it up. Usually, not usually, being Ember does give you an extra boost of health, so... Alright, now we can use that. Use it again. See, like... There's probably better strategies to... Oh, wow! Okay. Yeah, there are better strategies to get through that area. I just probably don't know of a better one. That's what I've done in the past, so I don't care. Oh no, I hear that. Okay, so this is something that you can do with it when you're playing a From Software game. You'll come across areas that you can create a shortcut with. So earlier, when I had beaten the dancer, you'd come through this room. But now that I have access to this lift, you know, if I die, I would spawn at that bonfire, I believe, and then, you know, we can just come grab this lift, and that should bring us to the next area that we want to get to. With each boss, sometimes there are items that you acquire from them in order to progress to other areas. Oh! You will need to get stuff. Yeah, it's just laughing at me. Probably because I failed. But that's fine. That's fine. Thank you. See what I mean? It really does make a difference when you use this spell. I think that will really be demonstrated in this next area leading up to the Deacons, just because of the enemies that you will run into and actually where they're placed as well. Like, there are so many, like, spots where you can get cornered and it's just miserable. We're going to go ahead and do a full run of this game. Now, as far as DLCs, I'm not sure. I'll see how far I get with this playthrough, and how well you guys how well it's received through you guys. See, those guys could be a fucking pain. Look at that. Look at that. So I'm going to try to be a little bit more sparing with the uses of this, because I will be using a lot of them. So I'll just try to space out. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if I want to space them out or not. Maybe. But especially this fucking area right here. You see that? How does he know? How does he know? He doesn't know. He's not supposed to know. See? Look at that garbage, man. Bullshit. Yeah, so when they do see you, that's a completely different story. That's a yes. I was a little worried there. Well, at least we will come across a very helpful ring. That almost took us out there. Shit. So just using this strategy, it just makes it so much easier. But I know some Dark Souls purists or From Software purists will be, oh, that's nonsense. How could you do that? You're not getting the full experience. I've gotten the full experience. I've played all the Souls games, every From Software game, so it's cool. I've suffered enough. But I guess probably a thing that we can do is equip the dagger, because when we get close to the boss room, you will encounter a body of water that is deep and will slow you down, and there is a giant there as well. So having daggers just make things easier. Actually, a lot easier. I don't remember what that item is, but I think we're good. But with the Deacons, that boss isn't terribly difficult. Honestly, I think it's easier as someone who uses, swords, not a caster. I think being a caster with this boss, I think, adds a layer of challenge that I don't necessarily like. Especially with the fucking fire damage, dude. Christ. Kind of get lost in all these guys. Okay. Let me show you. If it'll let me. Yes, this thing, small doll. So that will basically allow you to get into the next area after Wolnir. So when you normally wouldn't have access, that doll, I believe, gives you access. Which will ultimately allow us to use a particular item, or not an item, a tome, because there is a person that will actually allow you to extract any of the spells from that. But first, we're gonna have an encounter here with... Yep. I'm not going to attempt to explain how difficult that can be if you're not a caster, especially a pyromancer build. That can be a challenge. Keep in mind that we're still going to be using the hidden body, but we're going to be using this pretty much throughout most of the areas that are pretty enemy heavy, especially enemies that can easily overwhelm you. And also being a caster, you're probably not going to be putting a lot of points into vigor. You're more keeping in mind damage output, which I keep in mind. I'm not really, you know, you're keeping your distance. You don't really anticipate getting hit, so why put points into vigor? At least that's how I, you know, can make sense out of that. Oh. You know, I have never seen a person online. That's interesting. Or is that like an NPC? Yeah, that is a person. Yeah, that's... Oh my God. Well, that's not what I wanted to happen. But right now, we're going to make our way down to the Irithyll dungeon, which is where we'll find the particular NPC that will allow the use of that tome that we weren't able to give to Cornix. Oh, what? Oh, having an invader does not allow you to continue. Oh, wow. Then, in that case, I guess, oh, that is annoying. You know what? I'm not going to use my flask. I'm just going to use that. But since I can't rest at a bonfire, I'm just going to force myself to continue forth. That's not something that I would normally do. I don't know why I did that. Okay. Alright. So, as you can see, that is a clear demonstration as to how horrible it can sometimes be. So this is the way that I was originally going to go, but since I did drop those souls back there, I would like to have them. Didn't I get an Estus shard? I think what we should do is go to the Firelink Shrine, see if we can cash those in. Then we'll try to attempt another boss. I just feel like I should have at least one or two more Estus. Yeah, look at that. I actually had a couple. Okay, so we're going to make that 50-50 split.
Prithee, be careful.
Maybe yeah, I like that better. But the goal is still the same. We're still going to see about grabbing our souls and also potentially beating the boss. Oh my god, that was a massive fucking hit. Christ. Oh my god. Like, seriously. Yeah, stay the fuck there. God, I don't know where that invader comes from. See what I'm talking about? Look at that. Look at that. All right. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, return home. You jerk. Don't judge me. I feel your judgment. Oh my god, I don't even know how to cast a fucking spell. Oh, you. That freaking jerk. There you go. What does that sound? Is he still shooting? Oh my god. Yep. That is it. That is that. And what we can do with that is we can go ahead and go back to the Firelink Shrine and move on with our lives. Oh, I forgot to put that on. Oh my god.
Ashen 1.
Jeez. Okay. Maybe put 1 or 2 in there. Let's go ahead and get that leveled up. So we're at level 53, and I would say we're doing good with the intelligence and faith. All right, we're going to travel, and we're going to go to the distant manor. And from there, we'll go to the next area, which is where we'll find an NPC that we need in order to cash in. Let me see. Inventory. Cash in this. I think that'll wrap it up for this part, because I do have to pick up my dog at the vet from his dental cleaning. So I have to do that. But I would say that we spent a good number on this part, and I also want to say thanks again for all of my newly subscribed folks out there. Shout out to you guys. I was not expecting the level of popularity that my first video had received. So we're just going to continue on with this series up until we complete the game. And you can leave some comments down below if there's any games that we want to put in the queue for the next one. I already have a couple ideas, but I'd like to know what you guys think. Anyway, it was a good time, and until next time.